about, you're welcome to call and get yours, and anything else that you'd like to just make the season merry and bright, right? Any day that you're doing something better for yourself, that you're doing something to make yourself live healthier, live your best life, is always a good day. Let's talk next about Digest Assure. This is another one, and you know, how many times do you look at something that you'd love to eat and you think, okay, that's gonna give me a stomach ache. Okay, I'd really like to do that, but you know what, it's gonna give me some trouble later. Digest Assure is the greatest tool. I always keep this on hand. I always have this in our arsenal so that if me, my husband, somebody in the family needs a little help, the Digest Assure is on the way to help with, give your stomach what it needs to help you digest those foods that might be more difficult to digest. We have in a 60, a 180, a 360 count. We have it at special pricing because this is another monthly special, guys. Again, Andrew, you know, recognizes that this time of year, you know, we all like to indulge a little bit. That's part of the fun, right? Thanksgiving's this week, right? We want to do our stuffing and mashed potatoes and gravy and sweet potatoes and have a glass of wine and do all of those things. And you know what? This is going to be, for me, this is definitely going to be part of my Thanksgiving meal. How about you?
Well, speaking in the third person, Andrew doesn't recognize this is important. Andrew has learned by being criticized that this is important, because I haven't at times emphasized this or introduced this or even spoken about it this time of year. And then I've been reminded by folks who've discovered the product that if there's any time that I need to make folks aware that I make this product, it's now. Because they've tried so many enzyme products, they never worked. They tried mine, and this is the time of year where what we eat, and I know this myself, throughout the year I don't have many challenges to my diet, and I eat well. I eat a lot, but I eat well. This time of year, I just eat with a kind of lack of caution or good judgment at times. And Digest Assure becomes critical when you might tend to overeat, eat foods you don't normally eat, and you do it, you get away with that on a day or two or a few, but when you do that day in and day out over the holiday season, I find that kind of builds up the consequences of those decisions. And Digest Assure just keeps my digestive system dealing with what I'm throwing at it without consequences is probably a good way to express it.
I love it. And you know what? I do want to invite everybody, if you can use Express, we're very busy this afternoon. Head to hsn.com to place your orders and take advantage. Those digestive enzymes, again, these are things that are going to help you digest those foods that you enjoy eating. And nobody's perfect, especially this time of year. I think that you all will fall in love with this product. Better than you think about all the other things that people do. You know, they're taking antacids, they're drinking those pink liquids, they're doing whatever they can, right, to help after they eat and when they have indigestion. This is natural. This has papaya and pineapple. It's natural. It's very soothing to take. I love taking this product, and that's why it gets such great reviews on hsn.com.
And again, digestion is a difficult process. As I always say, if it wasn't taking place in our process, in our body, digestion, and it was taking place in a building next door to your house, you would complain being next to an industrial facility. Because digestion, we're secreting hydrochloric acid, one of the most acidic ingredients in the universe. We're secreting that in our body, abundant amounts of it, and enzymes. We're breaking down foods into their basic molecules, creating all sorts of undesirable chemical consequences. And that's happening inside our body. And as we get older, the enzymes that facilitate this process, we secrete less of them if we might be under stress or have other issues. If we're taking things like proton pump inhibitors for GERD, when we take proton pump inhibitors, we inhibit the secretion of acid. When we inhibit the secretion of acid, we interfere with the ability to digest food because acid is critical to digestion. So yes, you might be treating one issue, but you're creating other problems. And our enzymes help support the digestive process because you can't digest food. And this is an absolute statement. You can't digest food without the enzymes.
Right.
That's what's so unique about our digestive process, that we do this incredibly complicated digestive work, breaking down all these foods. Heck, we could put a steak or chicken or fish in an oven at 450 degrees or put all sorts of things in a pan at even higher temperatures and saute them. and they look fine.
Right.
We eat them, and our body can totally destroy their basic molecular structure. That is how intense digestion is. So understanding that the only reason that can take place in our body is enzymes, and the only ingredients present in this product, 100% of it, are enzymes,
Yeah.
and that's why it works.
And isn't it true, as we get older, you know, we don't have as many of those digestive enzymes available. I think a lot of us find, you know, things I was able to eat 10, 15, 20 years ago, I have to avoid now because they're harder to digest. And I think that's just the process of getting older, right, Andrew?
Yeah, I was always referred to as the human garbage disposal, cast iron stomach. So I might not be a human garbage disposal quite anymore. The cast iron stomach might just be like stainless steel, not cast iron. So we all change, and I certainly, my body now talks to me if I do things I might have been able to do a number of years ago. And I still exercise a lot, so I need to eat a lot, but I can't eat with the same abandon. It will have consequences, so we all learn. And for me, Digest Assure is it's just a reality check for me. I know that as disciplined as I can be, I'm not quite as disciplined during the holidays. And I want to enjoy spending time with family. There's all sorts of yummy food that's not normally there. So I make decisions to indulge and enjoy. And Digest Assure for me just gives my body the tools to endure what I'm exposing it to. And I think it's just common sense, and even if it's just for a certain part of the year.
There we go. Okay, guys, we're going to move along here. Reminding you, $60, $180, $360. This is monthly special pricing. If ever there's a time of year to try this, to have this on hand, you'll be so glad you do. Order it today at that special purchase pricing. Okay, we're going to